Teacher Bernadette and welcome back to our first morning ring of the week. Now because it is our first morning ring, that means that today is Monday. Very good. And can you see where I am right now? This should be familiar to you. You can see all the posters, all the boards, the big whiteboard. I'm back at school, getting ready for you to come back to school too. So, now that we know what day it is, let's write it down. So, we said that today is Monday. Okay, so then we write the word Monday so that we know what day it is. And do you know what month we're in right now? It's a new month, and it is the month of July. Very good. So then we write July so that we know what day of the week it is and what month of the year it is. Now, to make sure that we know all the names of the days of the week and the months of the year, let's sing our songs. So we're going to start by singing our days of the week song. 1, 2, 3. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very good, everyone. So now, let's sing our months of the year song. How many months are there again? 10 million? Are you sure? Are you sure it's only 12? Okay, let's sing our song to make sure. 1, 2, 3. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Very good, everyone. So that means there are 7 days in a week and 12 months in a year. Now, I don't have 12 fingers, but you know that it is 2 more than 10. Okay, so this week we have a new theme. And our theme this week is countries around the world. Now, a country is inside a continent. And a continent, let's use this picture, is the big parts on our earth. And every single continent has many, 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 many countries inside of it. So that is what we are going to be talking about this week. Now, as you saw, the earth is land and water. We've spoken about this before. And we're going to focus on just a few of those countries. But now I need to ask you, how on earth do we get from one country to another? Especially if there's a sea in between them. I'll give you a clue. We spoke about all of this last week when our theme was transport. So we use transport to get from one country to another. Now, if we're just going from, say, South Africa, which is a country in itself, to Namibia, which is a country just next to South Africa, but still inside Africa, then we can take a taxi, we can take a bus, we can take a car. If you're very, very, very fit and passionate, you can even take a bicycle, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so that's one way we can get from one country to another if they're in the same continent, which means that we don't have to cross water. But when we do have to cross water, so say we go from South Africa, which is our home, to America. Now, America is a country in itself, but how do we go all the way from South Africa to America, which is that big country over there? How do you think we can cross all of that water? We can take a ship. Very good. We can take a plane. Do you think we can take a helicopter? No, because a helicopter doesn't take enough fuel or petrol to be able to cross that much water. So we take an airplane because an airplane can have that much fuel, and also an airplane carries a lot of people because a helicopter only takes about 4 people, and to keep going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards with only 4 people, it's going to be a lot of petrol that we just don't have. So we make big airplanes to have a lot of people inside it so that we can travel from one country to another. Okay, so starting tomorrow, we're going to look a little bit closer at different types of cultures, religions, and traditions, and even a little bit of languages that we can find inside different countries and why we have those different things in every country. So what I want you to do is start thinking about what cultures, traditions, and languages you have that you speak or that you do just yourself, not anyone else. Just want to think what you do, and we'll talk about that a bit tomorrow. So I'll tell you, I am English and Afrikaans, so I speak 2 different languages, but I've also learned a little bit of Sotho, and I've also learned a little bit of sign language. So I can technically almost speak 4 languages. So how many languages can you speak? What traditions do you have? Do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Hanukkah? What do you celebrate? There's so many that we can choose from. We have Diwali, we have New Year's, we have Chinese New Year, so many different traditions and holidays that different cultures celebrate. So I want you to go home and think, what do I celebrate? What traditions do I have? What languages do I speak? And what is my culture? And is my culture important to me? So I'll see you all later for some fun activities. Bye everyone. Hi everyone, it's Teacher Bernadett again, and welcome to our Monday art activity. So for today's art activity, we are going to look at the country of Australia. Now, Australia is known to having animals like kangaroos and koala bears. Those are their most famous animals. An interesting fact about Australia is that it is mostly desert, which means that it's mostly sand that that most people don't live in, because there's not enough water or food in the desert that we can survive on, so we don't live in the desert, and Australia is mostly desert. And because Australia is mostly desert, it means that it is very hot. And if it's very hot, they have a lot of bushfires or forest fires, whereas in South Africa we'll have veld fires because we don't really have a lot of bushes. But in Australia, they have a lot of bushfires. And this year, in fact, if you want to go do some research, they had the biggest bushfire recorded in history. So it burned so much of the country that it's very, very scary. But today we are going to do some art where we're going to color in or paint a kangaroo. Now you have this picture. If you don't have this picture, you can find a picture online. We're going to color it in brown because a kangaroo is a brownie or sandy color, and sandy is a light brown. And then we're going to make it a little bit spotty, and we're also going to make our background spotty. So I've chosen orange paint and red paint. Now the way we're going to make them spotty is by using the back of a pencil. If you don't want to use the back of a pencil, you can use an earbud. I just don't have an earbud right now, so I'm using the back of a pencil. So let's get started. very own kangaroo that you've coloured in, or if you chose to paint it, great job, you've painted your own kangaroo and you've made some dots. Now make sure that it is dry, because if it's not dry and you let it hang, some of the dots can start dripping like that one. So just be careful. But there you go. I hope you all had fun and that you learned a little bit more about Australia. And remember, if you want to learn any more about Australia, you can find out more information for yourself. And I'll see you all tomorrow for some more fun activities. Bye everyone.